I think depending on, I think the Bears are going to be right there too. Just
They're going to get a new kicker,
and because they can make some more skill positions to help Trubisky out.
What if they ended up signing D Ford and just trading or cutting Leonard Floyd?
And lastly, if the Rams can retain their talent and some of those key veterans, I think the Rams will probably still be there.
I don't know, man. You don't get beat like that and like have.
Well, a lot of people are saying that this
Same
might be
mentality.
what they need. Like Wade Phillips said it. He was like, last year we were coming up. This year we were at the door, and next year we're busting through the door, waving the fofo.
From a guy.
I don't think he said that, but he might have.
From a guy.
He might have said that.
Does Wade Phillips have a Super Bowl ring?
I think he does.
Oh yeah, Denver.
Yeah, he does. He definitely has one with Denver.
Never mind. Then. Forget what I was gonna say.
I know you weren't going to disrespect that man, Wade Phillips, right here.
I was like, he's good. The defense was fine. I just don't trust that offense.
But yeah, man, the NFL commercial was lit, and so was the Dos Equis one, or the Stella commercial with the Dos Equis, man. That shit was awesome. I'm all for ad spokespeople switching up. Get the bag where you can. And now I guess we go into the combine. You good?
I was just gonna say something, but yeah, my mouth is like, my tooth is killing me. But anyway, Kyler Murray got his combine invite.
Yeah, man. One of our boys in the FPC chat, Ray, shout out to Ray, pretty much said the A's are gonna bribe the medical staff at the combine to have Kyler Murray measured at 5'6", so he'll go and play baseball and not quarterback.
5'7".
Yeah,
You don't want to be too small for baseball. You can be too small for baseball sometimes. But I wouldn't be. Oh, shout out to Obi. He was really pissed that like Jake Browning got a combine invite and he played like crap in the NFLPA game, but Amir Hall got snubbed yet again.
Wait, who did?
Amir Hall out of Boise State.
No, who?
Obi was pissed about it.
Who played like crap in the NFLPA game?
Jake Browning.
And he got an invite to the Senior Bowl? Oh, to the combine. You're saying? Oh, yeah. Because everyone is still hyped about his one good season 3 years ago.
And they lost to USC that year, I think. You got John Ross and Dante Pettis.
2 NFL receivers.
Yep.
Other snubs you got?
Nebraska running back. A skilled player receiver out of Virginia. African dude. I can't even try to say his name. But he had like 87 catches this year.
But yeah, no surprise here. The teams with
North Carolina receiver, Penny Hall.
No surprise here. The teams with the most players at the combine, of course, the best teams. You got Alabama with 11. You got Clemson with 11. You got Ohio State with 10. You got Georgia with 9. You got Ole Miss with 9, and you got Washington with 9. So basically,
Florida
what that
had
means,
7.
Basically, what that means is the NFL Combine is essentially the biggest draft workout, draft interview, job interview, whatever you want to call it. Some would even say there's some slave vibes there.
Yeah, you coined that phrase a couple years ago.
Anyways, point is,
the Underwear Olympics.
Underwear Olympics, also known. So, of course, not all these players are going to get drafted, but they're essentially given a accelerated platform where they can be drafted and where they can showcase some of their athleticism and skills. And it's really no surprise that these schools, again, are leading the pack. Any other thoughts on that? How many players USC got? I don't even know.
USC got 5 guys. They got Ahmad Marshall, Porter Gustin, who was hurt. They got Marvell Tell. I think it's Cedric Ware. And Chumi Goda, who played really good at the Senior Bowl.
Yeah, so Combine, I think, is, what, early March?
It's like, say, March 24th or something like that.
So stay posted for that. All right. Lastly, Anything else you want to say on the combine before I switch it up?
I just want to see who's gonna shock. I think someone's gonna shock and run like in the high 4.2s or low 4.2s.
You say that every year.
No, but like somebody's like really gonna do it, and it's not gonna do anything for their draft stock.
Why? Thanks to John Ross
and JJ Nelson.
All right. Next topic. The topic we have to address. The topic we have to talk about. My Oakland Raiders.
Yeah, your team.
And your ex.
My ex is doing bad.
Way to kill everyone who's listening in the headphones' ears right now.
Well,
just because you a petty scumbag.
I have a broken tooth in my mouth, so calm down.
No comment. So, yeah, pretty much nobody wants the Oakland Raiders. They were supposed to go to San Francisco to play in Giants Park, and pretty much the mayor said, as far as I'm concerned, the Oakland Raiders should play in Oakland. And then the San Francisco 49ers, who actually play south of San Francisco and Oakland in Santa Clara, used their right of refusal, essentially putting a blockade on the Oakland Raiders from playing in San Francisco. Which, yeah, blockade was a perfect verb for, since, you know, it is the Bay and the Raiders are pirates.
Think of...
yeah, I just explained my own lame joke.
Yeah, you did. If I was on the boards, I'd boo you right now. But I'm not.
I'll boo myself.
Thank you.
Yeah, so pretty much the Raiders, in case you don't know, are moving to Las Vegas next year.
But they're homeless right now. Can they sleep on your couch?
The reason why they're homeless is because the city of Oakland has a 9-figure lawsuit against them, basically saying they acted
the NFL too
in bad faith. Pretty much came 25 years ago. Al Davis forced the Oakland to build him an extension on the Coliseum. The city still hasn't paid it, and as most places in California, they have refused to publicly fund a stadium. Because, well, California has a shit ton of taxes already and a bunch of other shit they need to pay for, which we have policies for, but, you know, whether or not those shit get executed is a whole entirely different issue. But the point is, we weren't going to put up a bag for a stadium, and that's why LA and the Rams got their stadium, because Kroenke was like, I don't need your bag. I got 6 of my own. And so he built the stadium for them. The Chargers needed a home in a similar situation as the Raiders.
And they were like,
let's clout chase the Rams. And so that's kind of what happened. And lo and behold, out of nowhere, somehow Mark Davis finessed Vegas to giving him $3 billion. But yeah, the only niche in this whole deal of Davis going to Vegas as a fallout from the Carson Stadium in LA was basically this 1 year. Like, where would the Raiders play once the lease with Oakland expired and they had a gap year between when the new stadium was done? Would they go to Vegas? Would they go to Reno? Would they go to San Antonio, San Diego? And season ticket holders are already being informed that they don't even know where the Raiders are going to play. So it's a shit show. It's a mess. It's going to impact free agency. How are you going to get a free agent if you don't even know where you're playing? How are you going to show them a facility if you don't even know where that facility is going to be? And shit gets deeper because the NFL is like, why are we going to go through all these issues of having you relocate and the logistics of you setting up a new operation if it's only going to be for 1 year and you're going to have to do it again? So obviously the logical sense would be to either go to Santa Clara, where there's already set up for the 49ers, which Mark Davis doesn't want to pay them. LA can't afford a third team, even though the Raiders probably make more sense than the 2 that are here. Because, yeah, we're the only team to win a Super Bowl as an LA team. But, yeah, we only got to talk about that.
Last team to do it.
And we won a Super Bowl as Oakland in LA. But, yeah.
Oh, and also what people don't realize is stadiums.
Marcus Allen only played in LA. He was only an LA Raider. He likes people to know that.
Stadiums.
He never played in Oakland. He's literally said that multiple times.
He played fullback for the Raiders, and they had Eric Dickerson and somebody else. I think Bo Jackson and somebody else. But yeah, with those stadiums, they don't really make a surplus for cities.
They don't, because they cost a lot of money. Security and parking and streets services and all that sort of stuff. So if anything, best case scenario, the stadiums usually break even. Like if you break even, you're good. Like that's
kind of like the Packers, where they own.
Like Indianapolis is still paying off the RCA Dome, which has been destroyed for like 6 years. Like it literally doesn't exist, and they're still paying it off.
And you know,
a lot like some people's parents in the recession, but
ouch. That's
none of my business.
Damn, there's so many different places you can go there. That's just hurtful. Damn, that's dark even for me.
But yeah, I think the point is, with the whole stadium situation, man, the Raiders really got to figure it out, because they're already dysfunctional enough, and they don't need this extra cloud hanging over them. They can't go to Vegas because Vegas cannot handle them right now. They don't have the traffic figured out. They don't have the infrastructure to really support 100,000 people event 10 times a year or 8 times a year or whatever.
They could always do what I proposed a couple weeks ago. Find all the high schools that won state titles in football and play at their schools.
Yeah, but even that's only like 10,000 people. Football stadiums are like 100,000.
Doesn't matter. It would be. You know how much money it would make for those high schools?
Either way.
That goes a long way. That's a huge tax write-off. That's a sacrifice.
Yeah, but
and then no one can say the Raiders didn't care about Oakland on the way out.
Yeah, nobody's trying to. How about instead of doing that, maybe you just give all of them tickets and just play at the Coliseum? Like, you could give them all tickets for free,
but they're not even going to re-up at the Coliseum.
You could get more people in the stadium to support them. But yeah, outside of that, Raiders need to get their shit together. And Donald Penn, the Raiders' offensive tackle. You good?
No, I'm in a severe amount of pain. This aspirin is doing nothing for me.
But yeah, Donald Penn pretty much said...
You never had a nerve issue, have you?
He explained the whole shitty season that was 2018 and pretty much said the Khalil Mack trade really impacted the team. No shit, Sherlock. And
you switching to right tackle.
Now they're all in on John Gruden. So
they don't have a choice?
Yeah, exactly. Nothing else to say about that. Like, literally nothing else to say. I'm trying to find the crickets, but I don't know where they are.
Honestly, this is appropriate for what the Raiders have. There's just nothing in disappointment.
All right, speaking of disappointment, man, so back to Pittsburgh. You want to start with Le'Veon or you want to start with Antonio Brown?
Start with Antonio.
Yeah, so pretty much Antonio Brown allegedly pushed a woman to the ground in a domestic
his baby's mother.
Yeah, no charges were pressed, but the Steelers are investigating it. So,
like through the FBI, I guess, which is interesting. But
the NFL. I'm sorry, not the Steelers.
I'm about to say.
So you got any take on it?
Pretty much, he comes out and says Antonio came out and said essentially that his baby's mom lied. And she's seeking full custody because she's pretty much tired of mom using the kid as a prop and trying to jack up payments on him. And we see this all the time with fathers and child support issues and things like that. So none of this shocks me, and I don't understand why more rich dudes, more rich athletes who have issues with their baby moms, like, why don't you just seek full custody?
Yeah, so pretty much the situation was, so this woman, his baby moms, showed up with the baby and pretty much to leave him and also to get some cash. And
so extortion.
Pretty
Allegedly.
Well, they said, she said the money was for the daughter's hair appointment. Antonio Brown pretty much called bullshit on it and was like, get off my property. You're not even supposed to be here. Peace out. And they kind of went back and forth, and it resulted in her falling on the floor and scraping her wrist. So that's what the situation is. I don't
custody of your kids.
I don't think it's a big deal, but only because
it's a big deal.
I don't think it's a big deal only because of all the issues that are happening. I only think it's a big deal